We're recording here, by the way.
Mm. Oh, dear, you should be quiet.
Stop talking now.
As soon as we record, we all get stage fright.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. It's because you're just so excited about possibly joining a tournament to fight in a massive arena.
Watching Amos get the shit kicked out of him.
I don't want that to happen. We're going to bet on Amos to win. And Della doesn't have a lot of money anymore, so she needs to do this.
I might bet against Brother Amos because I don't want to see him lose. But if he does lose, then at least there will be some compensation for me. Consolation.
Wow, he's your friend.
He's my friend.
Hedge bet Otto.
And the prize money will help me in my grief.
Do you think if we asked nicely, they would install a swimming pool so we can have Otto as a shark fighting trolls?
I mean,
that would be a lovely show.
That would be pretty amazing. You're basically turning it into SeaWorld. Otto's doing like a dolphin show.
Well, no, you have a troll wading in, wondering why the arena is suddenly waist deep in water, and what kind of fight is this going to be? And then he gets his legs bitten off by a shark.
Shamotto. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh my God! Shark out of nowhere! Just leaps in from the stands. Oh dear. Welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your games master for this game and for many other games. And I'm joined by Stu.
Hello.
I'm joined by Neil.
Hello.
I'm joined by Darren.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Amy.
Here.
Present. Present.
I want to ask Otto, actually, does Otto have any weather magic?
Weather magic? You mean mess with the weather?
Can Otto generate tornadoes? Because if Otto can generate a tornado and turn into a shark, we have
a winning combination.
Tara Reid on the show.
Yes.
We have our next episode title.
I think Whirlwind. I think Whirlwind is a seventh level spell, so it's definitely possible.
Now for 7th level, you have to be level 9.
Could you buy it on a scroll or something? Does spells work like that?
You got to be still got to be level 13, haven't you?
However, if someone conjures up a tornado against us, then I'll know what to do. I'll know what form to take.
Let's sack this adventure. Let's turn into storm hunters and just find tornadoes for Otto to turn into a shark.
And why exactly did Galarin get taken over by Elvana and turned into a land of icy wasteland? Well, because I really wanted to throw a shark into a tornado.
Worth it.
No, you got it wrong way round. You want a tornado to throw a shark.
Yeah.
That's all.
There we go. Oh dear. I mean, once again, I know we've been speculating on this a little bit in the last few episodes. Maybe that is how Elvana will finally meet her doom at your hands. Just drop a shark on her that's been thrown from miles away.
Drop a shark in a house.
Yes. The house. It's like this big, giant Matroika doll. So Elvana's the first one. Then the shark lands on her. Then the cabin lands on the shark.
Yep, that's it.
And then we have cabin shark as well as everything else. Amazing.
Fine, we'll chuck some water over it. She'll be fine, unless movies have lied to me.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Well, welcome back then, folks. Some exciting stuff happening last time round. Obviously, not particularly action-packed, but you've made your way to the Ironfang Arena, and it sounds like some of you are going to be doing some scrapping. How are we all feeling?
Scrappy.
Well, I'm going to be doing some betting. Not scrappies.
But in fact, Alwyn is at some point going to take Amos to one side and say, check, is he actually going to try to win? Like, really try to win?
Of course.
Because Alwyn is going to bet serious money.
Assuming
Bella's
you can find a
betting
bookie.
all of her money on this, so there's a lot riding on it. I mean, it's not a lot riding on it, really, but it is.
I have every intention of winning.
Right. That's all Alwyn will want to know.
Fair enough. Okay. Right. So, anything anyone wants to say before we get going, or because I get the sense that you guys are all just chomping at the bit, ready to get into an arena fight.
Yeah, let's go with it.
All right. In that case, I shall give the people what they want. In this case, the people being both you and our listeners, and we'll get straight back into some Pathfinder. So, when last we left off, our adventurers, Alwyn Templeton, Otto von Niederschläger, Brother Amos, and Della Thornbury, following a very brief encounter with a white dragon soaring over the city of Whitethrone, they decided to continue with their original intent and make their way across to the Ironfang Arena, which is one of two places where they suspect that the missing heralds of Summer's return have been taken. And in doing so, they have made their way to the Ironfang Arena. They met Jonah Twinscar, who is an orcish warrior and seems to be the master of the fights in this particular arena. You encountered trolls, you encountered ogres, you encountered hobgoblins. Even a frost giant making its way through the city, sort of realizing that you are in much more monstrous environs than you've been used to so far. And upon meeting Jonah Twinscar, Brother Amos signed himself up to fight in the arena that evening against a woman who had been mentioned to him as being called Greta. You don't really know much else about her at the moment, but she will be Amos's opponent in a very short while. And as the group were moving away to sort of start getting Brother Amos ready, start placing bets, getting prime places to watch, that sort of thing, Della slipped back to the office of Jonah Twinscar, and it transpired quite quickly that the old half-orc warrior knew exactly who Della was and why she was really there. They had a brief exchange, a brief conversation. An offer was made and potentially struck, and we bring ourselves back in kind of just as Della has left the office of Jonah Twinscar, 50 gold pieces lighter in the pocket, and as the door clicks closed behind her, she steps out into the night air, and you can see your companions just making their way kind of out of sight round the right hand side of the arena.
I'll run as quick as my little legs will take me.
So just a few, barely a couple of minutes after she'd left you, you all hear the sounds of footsteps amidst the raucous din of the arena itself. You hear footsteps on snow behind you, and you turn to see Della coming to rejoin you.
Oh, they wouldn't hear my footsteps, Dom. I am far too sneaky for that.
That is
especially
true.
On snow.
That is very true. That is very true. In that case, I do retract that statement. A moment later, Della is back with you.
Ah, Della!
Hey, I'm here.
Creeping up on me there.
Right, it's all sorted. We should be able to place our bets fine.
Excellent. Now we need to find out about this Gertrude.
Greta.
Well,
Yes.
perhaps you have someone else in mind. Perhaps you have another activity lined up for this evening to entertain yourself, to while away those long night hours.
No.
Then we're talking about the same person. Greta!
Okay.
Greta,
Greta.
our champion.
Yes.
who will crush Brother Amos with the
I know you
mighty
know
fists.
what I'm like with names. Yes. They don't call me Rob of the Wastelands for nothing, you see. Right. So where can we... I don't know, let's find the bookies and then ask them about Greta.
Yeah, let's hope we get good odds.
Oh yes. Now, do you know what? Now, this is a little sneaky, this. You'll like this, Stella. What if we ask the bookies what odds they're giving on Greta? Because that'll give us an idea as to how mightily powerful she is.
Well, they won't give odds on Greta until they see what she's up against, and she's up against an unknown. So I expect they'll give quite low odds.
Yeah.
But high odds for the unknown.
So you're saying that they'll think she won't do very well?
No,
the other way
I'm saying
around.
that they expect they will do very well, so they'll give low odds.
High odds, surely?
No, low odds. If you think somebody's
Oh,
short...
yes. Numbers,
Someone doesn't
not my
gamble
strong
much.
suit.
Yes.
Not my strong suit numbers, but yes. No, that makes sense. Well, we'll see, because if they give high odds anyway, then maybe she always loses. Might be well known as a person who always loses to the newcomer, you know.
There's that always that
Somehow I
possibility. We cannot rule out the possibility.
Yes. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Right, to the bookies.
Let's go.
We go to the same bookie we spoke to earlier.
Yeah. He knows us.
Yes. We're jolly good friends now.
You do. The question is, can Dom remember what his voice was?
I can't, so...
The answer is no. So apologies in advance, listeners. If this guy sounds completely different to what he did in the last episode, he choked on a jelly baby whilst he was off screen, and he's just getting out of his system. All right, so you make your way back to kind of the front spectator entrance of the arena itself, and you kind of see. You see these small crowds, sort of people coming and going. It definitely seems like there seems to be a constant stream of people, sort of whether that be trolls, wolves, ogres, hobgoblins. You do even see a few humans in the crowd. There seems to be a constant stream of people either coming into the arena or making their way back out. It seems to be very free form. In terms of the crowd management and things here, but as you do so, you see the bookie who you previously interacted. You can see he's just finished exchanging a transaction with another bettor, and he clocks you as you approach towards him. Well, roll up. I see four fine people before me who I'm assuming are returning to place a bet on a fight tonight. Is that correct, ladies and gentlemen? Am I right or am I right?
Oh, you're so right.
Yes. Because we spoke to you and you said, "Oh, look, there's no humans now. Hopefully, you've got paperwork that says yes, there's human."
Yes.
It's funny you should mention that. I received just moments ago an updated list of combatants from Master Twinscar himself. So let me see what I can do for you here. He flicks through his pad of paper, pulls out a sheet that does look considerably more fresh than the others around it. Let's see here.
He's a bit shit, as you can see, but you've got to support your friends, haven't you?
Yeah, Della's going to give Amos a nudge. Just look unimposing. Just shrink down a little bit.
The bookie's attention is focused solely on his pile of papers, and he sort of says,
Rude.
"Yes, I'm sure his fighting ability can speak for itself, though, gentlemen."
We wish. I mean, it's why we don't mind putting him up in the arena, really. If anything happens to him, it's no great loss.
like the faith you show in your friends, or didn't you say that you're his manager?
But it's slave owner, really.
Well, more sort of implied it.
Right. Or I digress. I think I've found you here. Yep, must be. You're the only human on the list. Brother Amos, is it?
That's right.
Excellent, lovely stuff. Whose twin scar got you facing off against?
Greta.
Gertrude.
Greta. Yeah, he sort of runs his finger across the paper. Greta. This will be a sight to see. Come on then. What's how much you putting down and on who?
Well, it depends on the odds. What's Greta like?
On Greta against an unproven human. I'll give you 1.5 to 1 on Greta.
Mm-hmm. And on the unproven human?
On the unproven human? You look quite strong, son. I can see your friends haven't got much confidence in your ability, but a little physical prowess can go a long way. I'll give you 2.5 to 1 on the newcomer.
What can you tell us about this Greta? You say that Brother Amos is the only human. I mean, isn't Greta a human name?
Greta is not a human. Greta, my friend, is a winter wolf. She is a regular here in the Ironfang Arena. Likes to come here and blow off a little bit of steam. She's not lost fight to a challenger yet. That's all I'll say for her.
Well, I think you can do better odds than that then.
No.
Fair.
I'd love to help you out. I really would. But I mean, as I say, until we've seen your man fight, until we know what he's capable of, those are the best odds you're getting for the time being.
Right. Well, go on. You do your bets first.
Yeah. Well, I'll put down 8 gold on Amos.
8 gold on Amos.
I believe in you.
All right. Thank you kindly. So as the bookkeeper sort of scoops your money into a pouch, Della, you see the pouch he whisks into a pocket in his coat, and almost seamlessly with his other hand, he produces a slip of paper, sort of with the details of your bet on it, and he passes it to you, and he says, "Yes, there, young miss. Here is the details of your bet. If your man wins, bring this back to me and we'll get you all settled up. Any other takers?"
Yes, I would like to bet 10 gold pieces on Greta.
10 on Greta,
yes,
all right.
To pay for your medical care if you lose.
For my medical care?
No, for my friends.
I'm not fighting my friend.
For my friend's medical care if he loses.
I see, all right. 10 on Greta, 8 on Amos. Any other gamblers here today?
Amos, did you want to place a bet? Can you place a bet? Can fighters place? Competitors are not allowed to bet on themselves. Right. That's the one rule we have.
So you can bet on your opponent as a competitor.
Oh, that's not open to corruption at all, is it? No. Anyway.
I see a loophole.
You're not allowed to bet if you're competing. I'm slipping into Jonah with my voice, bloody hell.
Okay, so my friend, can you handle serious bets?
Well, that depends on what you consider a serious bet, my friend. How much are you looking to put down?
Alwyn will lower his voice quite significantly and say, looking for to place a bet of 12 platinum.
The bookie chokes as you say this to him, Alwyn. That's a little too rich for my taste, my friend. I don't have that kind of money to give you if you're victorious.
Okay, can you point me in the direction of someone who might?
Give me a diplomacy roll.
There's
Alwyn.
a gold piece in it for you. 8.
8. He sort of looks you up and down, Alwyn, and he says, "Look, I can tell you're new round here, my friend. Let me give you a little piece of advice. Don't go throwing that kind of money around in this part of the city. You catch my meaning?"
Very well, thank you. Wander off to find another bookie.
All right, okay. You repeat this process, Olwyn, and the response is the same. How many do you want to try?
If the second time it happens, I want to ask, well, what is the maximum I can bet with yourselves?
This individual that you're talking to now, it's a more slight hobgoblin with a burn across one part of his face. He looks at you and he says, the most that I could pay out for would be 20 gold pieces."
Right.
Okay. You are obviously new to this gambling lark. What you should do is don't try and place one massive bet with one bookie, because that will affect the odds. You go from bookie to bookie and place separate bets.
That's why I was asking what the maximum was.
Well, yes, but
the maximum varies from person to person. This is all coming out of our own personal funds.
But no, you don't need to do that. You're tipping your hand. What you need to do is decide how much you want to bet, look at how many bookies there are, and then divide it.
Do you not know? I've just had a brilliant idea.
Oh, no, please.
It's all right. You wait here. I'll be back in a jiffy. I want to head round to the VIP entrance.
All right, you do. The two hobgoblins that previously greeted you are there, still on duty. Halt there, sir.
Yes, I'd like a quick chat with Jonah Tuskar, please.
What's your business?
I'd like to discuss something to his financial advantage, possibly.
Give me a diplomacy check.
15.
15. All right then, sir. Come this way. Turns on his heel again and marches back in. And once again, knocks on the door. The door opens, and you see Jonah Twinscar sort of coming out of the office. Yes, what is it? I thought you had your friend to prepare for his bout.
Yes, well, we do. Well, ever so sorry to disturb you again. However, I'm having a little difficulty. I'm wanting to place a serious wager on Brother Amos, but none of the bookies seem really able to accommodate me. So we're looking at about 10 platinum that I'd like to bet. I wonder if maybe you and I, as gentlemen of honor, could reach some agreement, or perhaps you might know someone who could make such an arrangement for me.
As I said in our meeting a moment ago, I don't have any involvement with the gambling. I've certainly no need to make my money that way. The arena earns me a handsome wage as it is. If you are looking to gamble that much money, you won't find anyone amongst the common folk able to match that kind of bet. You'd have to talk to the Still-Yagi or perhaps one of the Jadwigger. They don't come round here that often.
Do you happen to know of anyone this evening who might be able to accommodate?
None that I'm aware of. Most of our more well-to-do patrons are not here this evening, I'm afraid.
That's unfortunate. Never mind. One can but try. Well, best of luck to you, and enjoy your evening. And Alwyn will politely depart.
All right. Okay.
How many bookies have we seen in the arena?
You've seen a few. Like there's quite a few around.
Say 10 or.
Yeah, there's probably at least 10. Obviously, you're kind of in just one area of the. Looking at just one entrance, you probably see about 10 hanging around that area.
Right. Is it reasonable then to kind of make this a bit easier to place a bet of 5 gold with each of the 10?
So a total of 50 gold. Yeah, sure. I just want to thank you, Stu, for making this way more complex than I intended.
No, I want a different voice for every single person. Go, Dom, go.
And then I want
accept the
same
challenge,
thing, but a different amount with each.
Yes.
I also want to get
5 with one,
to the
7
fight
with another.
itself, but I also want to get the money on. So
yeah, you also want to argue
for the sake of brevity. Yes, you can place that. You can place that amount of bets across everybody, and again, for the sake of simplicity, you're going to get the same odds with all of them.
2.5.
So just for my own sanity, Della, you've bet 8 gold on Brother Amos.
Yeah.
At I said 2.5 to 1, didn't
yes.
I? Okay. Otto.
Yes. I've bet.
You've bet 10 gold on Greta.
Yes.
Treacherous fuck.
1.5 to 1. It's to pay for your medical costs if you lose, and to console me.
Someone is going to have to pay for your medical costs.
Excellent. And Alwyn, what is the total that you've bet?
50 gold or 5 platinum.
Okay, 50 gold pieces across a number of individuals. And is that all on Amos, or have you hedged?
Nope, all on Amos.
I'd like it if by the time you're finished placing all these bets, we've missed the fight, and now we can't proceed, and we've just lost all that money.
It's a very real possibility. Like you start to see, this takes quite some time for Alwyn to work his way through the rest of the crowd, sort of figuring out all this.
I hope Brother Amos is warming up while we're doing all this.
I'm going to assume that he is.
He's limbering up. He's getting his stretches in.
Punching slabs of meat, running up steps.
Can I? Would it be?
Chasing
are you allowed to
chickens.
take items in with you?
It will be explained when Amos reports at the competitor's entrance.
We don't know.
It will be explained that there are no items allowed. Only the weapons that have been previously declared as weapons of choice, and no companions or outside interference are allowed.
I'm not sure
So we can't
that
cough
in a
in the
fight
audience.
where it's not to the death, hand stabbing devices was the best choice.
I mean, you were told that it is to either unconsciousness or surrender. Like basically, as long as you don't keep stabbing someone after they go down, I think you'll be okay.
This is going to be a problem.
You can give him a little stab.
Just a little stab.
A poke.
Yeah.
Just don't crit on your final hit.
Okay. So with your bets made, Amos, obviously you report to the competitor's entrance. Is there anything else anybody wants to do before we get into this this evening?
Find a good seat.
Rub my
Amos.
hands together with glee because I'm gambling again. Yay!
Are you at all injured from our previous scrapes?
No.
Right, I'm going to try and get as close to the... Oh, now, no, maybe doing liberating step while you're fighting in the arena, maybe that might get you
I mean, they're not going to kill him.
No, but it might give him an edge and that might get him disqualified. Probably not a good idea.
No, we're not involving ourselves.
No. All right. Yes, one thing. Win. There's a shit lot of money riding on this. Does it say come back with your shield or on it?
Do your best, my friend. I will not judge you. Either way.
Can we find...
Back in one piece. We all know which piece.
You know I am your true friend. I have no monetary interest in your surviving this. Just only my love.
No monetary interest in surviving it, just in him not winning.
Is there like a wide set of stairs that we can get Brother Amos to run up with some motivational music before we get started?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. This is...
Sorry.
Yeah, the arena is clearly made with trolls in mind. There is definitely a set of wide steps that he can run up before submitting himself to the competitor's entrance.
Right, let's get bums on seats.
All right, okay. So Amos, you make your way to the competitor's entrance, in which you are shown in. You're led into a small, I guess locker room's the wrong word, but like a preparation area. You can see that there's a few training dummies around, and a few practice weapons sort of stowed in racks, and you can see that there's quite a lot of people sort of milling around here. Most of them appear to be slaves. They are sort of carrying buckets of water for cleaning people up and that sort of thing, bringing small morsels of food and water for anyone who wants to eat or drink before they go into the fight. And you can see that they are currently tending to the injuries of an ogre who is kind of slumped against the wall with some quite bloody gashes across his chest. And as one of these individuals is attempting to kind of stitch the injury up, the ogre, perhaps as a reflex, kind of lashes out an arm. They have to duck under it as the creature thumps the stone wall and sort of groans in pain as it does so. You find yourself a spot to warm up and prepare yourself for the battle ahead. And meanwhile, the rest of the group, you make your way into the arena proper, and you quickly find that the arena itself is it's like a lozenge shape. So you've kind of got two straight sides and two curves on either end. The pit itself looks to be about 140 feet from end to end, and at its center point is 80 feet across. And you can see that there are 6 gates. There are 6 gates around the inside of the pit, which appear to be made of nothing more than a series of chains linked together at the bottom. And in the center of the pit, in the center of the arena, kind of suspended from 4 of the bone spikes that curve outward, you can see there is a platform on which you can see a number. You can see 2 humanoid individuals who are both seem to be announcing and commentating and cheering and geeing up the crowd as they do so. And kind of just as you step in and find a place to sit, there are no seats as such, but there are kind of these rows of benches that run all the way around the outside of the arena. And you can see that most of the patrons here are either, it's a mix of trolls and ogres. You see a couple of winter wolves here and there, but the 3 of you kind of naturally gravitate more towards an area that looks perhaps a little bit safer. You can see that there is a pocket of what looks to be humans, sort of just off to your right hand side, and perhaps being prudent for your own safety amongst such a monstrous crowd, you gravitate toward the smaller folk, as it were. And after a short while, you sort of gather yourselves some food and some drink. Brother Amos, you are told to ready yourself in the gateway that leads into the arena. The bout in front of you appears to be between two frost trolls who are just tearing into each other. You hear the swipe of claws rending through flesh, and you watch as these injuries start to knit back together almost as soon as they've been struck. And at one point, there is a loud thud as one of these trolls picks up the second troll and basically pile drives it into one of the walls with a resounding thud and a massive ooh from the crowd. And you notice that this, after it has been slammed into the wall, this second troll tries to stand up, collapses back to one knee, tries a second time, and the troll who put him on the ground just Sparta kicks him straight in the chest, sort of sending him back into the stonework with a crash, and a thud. You see the second troll who's just been a bit beaten up, sort of gets groggily back to one knee, and then raises its hands up in surrender. And the crowd erupts in cheers once more. You see money changing hands all around the arena, and the two announcers in the centre of the chamber sort of look down and they say, "And yes, that is a victory for Grog over Stonejaw. He's climbing the rankings quite quickly tonight, folks. But coming up next, we've got something very special for you, a last-minute addition to tonight's lists. You get to see, ladies and gentlemen, and I know you love her. Let me hear you cheer for Greta."
If the audience love her, we might be a bit fucked. And worth noting, see those frost giants, like watching them there, notice they were like healing themselves really quickly, but bludgeoning seemed to be the thing. Worth noting if ever we, end up.
What I will say is those injuries also seem to be knitting themselves up, but it's more like on the last point this troll got thrown into the wall, leaving sort of quite a sizable dent. It's like that troll had enough, and it gave up.
Oh yeah, that's the thinking, is that's what he gave up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. And challenging Greta, we have the second announcer takes over. They sort of finish each other's sentences in a very seamless, almost flawless way. These two announcers in the centre, and it's curious. Although they appear to just be human, their voices are booming throughout this entire arena, so that everybody can hear them. You would probably be correct in assuming there is some magic in play here. And as they do so, and they say, "And facing off against Greta, we've got a real treat for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen, trolls, ogres, giants and wolves alike. Yes, we have a wandering drifter, a stranger from off the street who's come to try his fists in our humble little arena. Ladies and gentlemen, trolls and giants, ogres, wolves and all, I present to you the mysterious Brother Amos."
We are rooting for you, well, not financially, but that
not
Greta,
loudly, but
that Greta is gorgeous. I'm very taken with her.
So as you are finishing being announced, the chain gates in front of you, Brother Amos, they rise, and you're kind of prodded by one of the ushers, told to step into the ring. You step into the ring, Brother Amos. Unless you want to do something really crazy here.
No. I might give the guy that just prodded me a little look that says, do that again and stab him.
It wasn't like a jab in the ribs. It was more like a you go on now.
Oh,
type
okay.
thing.
Well, then in that case, I won't hurt him.
There we go. You step into the ring, Brother Amos. You see the
he
floor,
has a short fuse. Does Brother Amos?
Keen for a fight.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. The floor of this fighting pit appears to be sort of quite fine gravel. You can see that there are slicks of ice around it, and also pools of blood. Some dried, some fresh around the pit itself. And you can see that in kind of separating you from your opponent, there is a length of thick black chain, kind of at about waist height. And you sort of take up a spot at one end of the arena, and you see a gate on the other side open, and out steps a woman with white hair and piercing blue eyes. She is dressed in a chain shirt, and on the back of which she has this quite thick looking fur cloak. And you can see that slung across her back, she is wielding a hammer. And as she steps up into the centre, into her place opposite you on the chains, Brother Amos, she sort of showboats the crowd for a second, lifting her hammer up high for all to see. And then she turns back to face you, taking up a ready stance. And as she looks you up and down, Brother Amos, you see her head cocks to one side curiously. And she calls out over to you. Well, I did wonder if we'd meet again. You recognise this, Brother Amos, as the Winter Wolf who was guarding the gate into the Howlings when you first entered the city.
She is beautiful, I have to say.
Yeah, you said this last time.
Yes.
You also said it before she came out.
Yes,
so
but
I'm kind of inclined to think also it's more the fact that she's female is adequate for you.
It is that, but also someone had drawn a very good likeness of her on the programme.
Right. You're saying the programme, I'm thinking the Latrine Wars.
Yeah, that's what, yes.
Well then, so you're my challenger for this evening, are you?
It would seem that way. Enough talking.
Indeed. Well, do make this interesting for me, won't you? And she settles herself into a ready stance. And as she does so, you all hear the two announcers sort of once again calling out to everyone. What's this, ladies and gentlemen? Looks like our two competitors have a history. Could this be a grudge match we're witnessing tonight, folks? Or it's an exciting time. I think it is about time we raise that chain. The crowd goes nuts once more, and you hear the cranking sound.
Including me. I'm very excited.
And you hear a cranking sound as this great metal chain begins to rise up into the air, clear of both of the combatants, and kind of just as it locks into place, you hear the two announcers call out, "Competitors, go!" I would like you to roll initiative, please, Darren.
Gladiators already.
Now,
for what it's worth, Alwyn is not cheering because he's just seen his money piss away before his eyes.
Ye of little faith. Uh-oh.
Okay, so just to switch things up a little bit, I am using the dual subsystem within the Game Mastery Guide. So for initiative on this occasion, Darren, what we're going to do, because there are just the two of you, we are going to roll initiative after the end of each round. So it might change each time you go.
Okay.
Also, I'm going to say, again, because I am using the dual subsystem, you can have the choice of using either perception, deception, or intimidation for your initiative roll. And there's what I will say is that will grant you access to a special reaction on your turn, and also has kind of a rock paper scissors effect, depending on what she's rolling.
Perception, deception, or intimidation.
That's correct.
Okay.
Okay. So what have you selected for that initiative roll?
Perception.
Okay, starting off with perception. Okay. Okay, and your total was?
Total was 18.
Total was 18. Okay. So with her roll of, oh yeah, she beats that. You see, she rolled. That is a 32 on her initiative. However, you see that she is actually holding firm, seeming to wait for you to make the first move. She's choosing to allow you to go first.
Okay. I'm gonna use.
You are stood 50 feet apart, and it is your turn.
Well, I'm gonna run up.
Okay. What's your movement speed?
35 feet.
35. Oh, okay, so you can get up to her with 2 actions with some to spare, and that leaves you with 1 action remaining.
Yeah.
Roll 2 attacks for me.
Okay.
13 is a big old miss.
Yes, I thought it
Oh
might be.
no.
Nice.
29. Okay. 29, I can tell you, is a hit.
Yeah.
That's got to hurt.
But not a critical hit. That's gonna make you wonder.
9.
9 points of damage. Okay, very nice. So you come rushing in towards her Brother Amos. You go for one quick strike. She parries it to one side with the hammer, and you crack across her with a second attack. I think that's you done, isn't it? All right. Okay. End of your turn. Then we are around to her. Simply, she's going to look at. She sort of spits. She spits as you hit her, and she says, "Excellent. Perhaps you might make this interesting after all." She brings her warhammer round to bear, and she's just going to make an attack with it. It's not great. 8 on the die for 21 to hit. That
Ooh, that's got to hurt.
Okay, Amos, you take. That is 10 points of bludgeoning damage as she clocks you with the warhammer. For her second action,
You've got to dodge the hits.
there we go. Okay, yep. So she is going to. She kind of steps. No, she doesn't. She's going to go for a second attack against you. 20 to hit. Beats it. Okay. In that case, oh god. Dice on the floor. Okay. This time you sort of you see the second hit coming in, and you're not able to dodge it, but you are able to take most of it on kind of your shoulder, where the muscle is the thickest. You take. That is only 5 points of bludgeoning damage, Brother Amos. And after that, you see she steps around you, and as she does so, she also moves away from you. back to more cheers from the crowd. That's the end of the first round. Let's roll initiative again. So again, you can choose deception, intimidation, or perception.
Go for deception.
24, okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. This time she only just beats you with a 25. She's going to choose to come in towards you. And she sort of emitting a battle cry. She lifts the hammer above her head and she rushes towards you and is going to make an attack. Brother Amos, because you use deception for this round, you have a reaction called deceptive sidestep, which means that if she hits you, but not with a crit, you can use your reaction to make her roll again, basically. So she comes in with the strike. That's 23 to hit. Yeah, you go for a deceptive sidestep as you react to her coming in. So she must roll again. And I can tell you, she was using intimidation, so that also means she takes a -2 to this attack. And that is enough. As she rushes you with a reckless charge, Brother Amos, you see it coming, and you step nimbly to the side, and there is a spray of gravel as the hammer slams into the ground. She's got one action left, and she's going to follow up. She releases the hammer with one hand and just goes for a punch. But that is even worse, and clearly the weight of the attack has gotten to her, and you slip aside it once more. That's her done. It's your turn.
Punch and run away! Punch and run away!
I'm going to give her a little smirk, raise one eyebrow, and do a little Bruce Lee nose rub.
Yes.
Punch and run away!
So, okay, it's time for a powerful fist.
Ooh. Right, go for that attack.
That is a 25.
25 is a hit.
Yeah.
6.
6 points of damage. Very nice. She steps. You step to one side and you counter with a strike of your own. Second action.
I mean, throw punches again.
Okay. 22 is a hit. Sorry, 22 is a hit.
6 again.
6 again. Okay, some good constant damage there. And third action.
Third action. Sweep the leg.
Yeah.
Ooh. Right, you're going to go for a trip attack. Okay. Okay, so that will be an athletics check, Brother Amos. This will take the multiple attack penalty, so it'll be with a -10.
Okay.
Just going to read how trip works. I think it's against reflex. Let's see. Yes, it is. So roll athletics for me.
-10.
Yes.
19. 20. I rolled a 19. Yeah.
20.
Sorry, 20. Yeah.
Nice. So 20
Yeah,
total.
20 total.
Hell, okay. I can tell you that is not enough. You go to drive. You try to drive the leg. But basically, you drive your foot into where her kneecap is, and the knee buckles for just a second. But she resets her feet and sort of sees what you're trying to do there. As you sort of make that kick, she grins at you, Brother Amos. That's your turn done, I think. Please roll initiative again. Again, your choice of perception, deception, or intimidation.
It's 26, and I'm going with intimidation this time.
You go with intimidation, okay. Alright, so I can tell you, you have won initiative on that round. Do you wish to go first, or do you wish to let her go first?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
Go first. What are you going to do?
Can I use Flurry of Blows again?
You can use flurry blows, absolutely. What you can also do, Brother Amos, because you've rolled intimidation, you have a reaction you can use called Bullying Press, which basically means you can use that when you attempt an attack, but before you roll. And if you hit with that attack, your opponent becomes frightened.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try bullying.
All right. Okay, so roll your first attack.
24.
24 is a hit.
Ooh.
25 is also a hit. So with her frightened, the first strike lands. It shakes her confidence for a second, and you follow up with another blow. What's the damage?
He's got her on the ropes.
7 and 6.
13 damage total. Nasty. So 2 quick strikes. You've got 2 actions left.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for an okay. Athletics roll. Again, it's technically your third attack, so this again will be with a -10.
Got a 19 last time and it didn't work.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that didn't work.
Hero point for
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work. So for my third move, I'm going to back off 35 feet.
All right. What was the roll out?
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, and then you back away 35 feet. Okay, awesome. That's going to be round to her. So kind of as you rock her with these two strikes, you go to trip her once again, and this time she actually she sees you coming and she twists out of the way of the kick as you do so, and as she wipes a trickle of blood off from her mouth, and she looks at you, Amos, and she says, "All right then, I suppose playtime's over." And she's going to run towards you.
She'll be tired by the time she gets there, don't worry. She's got to catch you first.
Okay, she rushes towards you, Brother Amos, uses both her actions to do so. As she kind of steps into your space, you can see she's watching your movements closely. She uses her reaction for sense weakness, and you become flat-footed against this strike. You used intimidation for your attack, didn't you? That's fine. You suffer no additional effects. But she sort of almost faints as she steps in, and she brings the hammer in a wide arc. Oh, that's nice. That is a 29 against flat-footed AC. What's your AC? 20, so
Flat-footed is 18.
-2 flat-footed 18. Oof, that is a critical hit then, Brother Amos.
No.
This might hurt.
But at least she's only got one attack because you're backed away.
And she's not allowed to
Very
kill
true.
you.
That is.
Is it?
Right.
Which one is it? No.
It's that is 18 points of bludgeoning damage, Brother Amos, as she cracks you with the hammer.
The shove trait as well on the hammer.
It's so shove doesn't knock people back. Shove it's an action to shove, which she's not going to do at this time because she has no actions left. End of her turn. Let's roll initiative again. 29. I can tell you, Brother Amos, again you have 1 initiative. Are you going first or second? You're going to go first, okay.
What were you using, Adventures?
I think if it's not been declared, it would be perception.
Okay, cool. Okay. Can I use wholeness of body to recover some?
You absolutely can. Do you remember how many it restores?
8.
Okay, you take a second, you catch your breath, and you recover 8 hit points.
Okay. And what's the floor like? Is it sandy or muddy?
It's gravel. It's a mix of gravel and mud. It's quite fine gravel.
Can I try and rub some in her eyes?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Yeah. I mean, anything's a thing. We'll see what happens. So just roll. Just make call this a ranged attack. So,
okay.
Roll your normal weapon attack, but add dexterity into this one. Okay, you sort of scoop some of this gravel up, and you flick it towards her face. She sees exactly what you're doing, Amos, and she's able to get a hand in front of her eyes before it gets there.
Bollocks.
Why is it doing that, Della? Sand won't do much damage.
Punch her in the face.
I thought he was going to be going in with these guitars.
I just assumed that they were already attached to my fist.
Yeah. You got those.
I said that. I just spotted them.
Alwyn blinks twice and suddenly sees the guitars.
Okay. I'm gonna just throw a punch. Yeah, just an unarmed attack.
All right, roll the attack for me.
26, 22.
22 hits.
Okay. Eight.
8 points of damage. Very nice. Okay. And 1 action left.
I'm gonna back off.
You're going to back off, okay. How far do you want to back off?
Like 4, 25.
Okay, so with where you've kind of gone to, you kind of move toward one edge of the arena. So you can't get 35 feet away from her, but you could kind of go round her and then back into the centre as far as you can if you wanted. Okay, awesome. So you don't get quite as much separation as you'd hoped, but it might be okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. In which case we are back around to Greta, and again, almost in some kind of fury or anger, she rushes at you once again with a battle cry. Ah! And she is also going to... I should have called it before I rolled it. Never mind. So rolling first is 31 to hit. Hits, okay.
Isn't that a critical?
9. It is a critical, you're correct.
Nice one.
That's a further 18 points of bludgeoning damage, Brother Amos. How are you looking?
I'm not great. I've got 30 hit points.
Okay. All right. So she swings at you for a second attack. This time she is going to use her reaction to do bullying press herself, and that is 23 to hit. Okay, she slams you with the hammer, Amos, and as she does so, that shakes you just a little bit. You are frightened 1, and you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay, so the end of her turn, that's the end of the round. Let's roll initiative again. $29, okay, oh, that's going to be close. I can tell you, you just edge her out. You just win the initiative. What would you like to do?
Can I use Wholeness of Body again? Or am I done with
that? It's a key spell, isn't it? So I think if it's a key spell, you can use that as many times as you have focus points. I believe you have 2 focus points. It'll be on the bottom of your sheet with the where your spells are.
No, I have 1. Maximum.
Are you sure? Because I thought, yeah. So but you refresh those at the start of every day.
Okay, yes, I will use my second.
All right, okay. You regain another 8 hit points. Very nice.
And I will attempt a flurry of blows again.
Yeah.
All right, go for
Hey. We are rooting for you, Brother Amos.
Yes, some of us financially.
Yes, all 8 gold rooting for you.
21.
21 is just enough to hit. And again, is that? Oh no, because it's ignore that. 21 is just enough to hit. So the first strike hits, the second one misses. What's the damage?
5.
Okay, lovely stuff. You sort of drive in with that attack, which rocks her slightly. She staggers for a moment, but still seems ready to fight. Last 2 actions left. Sorry, 1 action left.
I want to try and go for her knee, cause some damage. Try and get her limping.
It's so targeting a body part is not really a thing.
Okay.
But we can certainly do that for flavour. Yeah, roll the attack.
Well, doesn't matter anyway. 18.
18 is a miss, unfortunately. You sort of go for the second strike, and actually she twists away from you at kind of a last second. She says she looks you in the eye, Brother Amos, and she says, "Bet you thought I was done, didn't you? Let me show you. I've still got a few tricks of my own." And she's quite simply going to bring the hammer round on you. The first attack's not great. 16 to hit.
That's not a trick. That's just hitting him with the hammer.
I mean, it's probably more impressive than I'm making it sound.
It is a trick, because she didn't hit him with a hammer.
Me with a hammer.
Yeah. As the hammer misses the first time, she brings it round again for a second strike. That's better. That's 22 to hit. Hits, okay. That's another 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
And she's going to go for a third strike. You can see she's looking she's looking bloody. She's looking hurt, and she's going for she's going for a strike one last time. That is a natural 1.
Yay! Crit guard,
Nice.
crit guard.
I'm going to roll a d6.
Self-decapitation.
Yeah.
She rolled a 3 to confirm.
Yes!
She fumbles that attack.
Yes.
Just me.
Decapitate, 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 decapitate. I never wanted that card so much. Because how'd you do that with a hammer?
It's going to be
It's like
impressive.
a golf swing, surely. It's like a golf swing. All right. Okay. Sorry to disappoint you, Stu. She does not decapitate herself. However, as the hammer carries past you and slams into the dirt, Brother Amos, you hear kind of a shriek of pain from Greta. Ah! You can see that she puts a hand to her shoulder. She seems to have pulled a muscle or strained.
You're right.
Good for you,
That
Brother
is
Amos.
a pretty neat trick.
She is. She has made herself clumsy too until that injury is healed.
Oh no. What a shame.
Quite
Go
a
Amos,
shame.
yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, folks. We are going long, but we are close to the end. Let's roll one more round of initiative, Amos.
Yeah, Amos, you should have finished us sooner. You're slacking.
19.
19. Okay. Pretty good. It's not good enough. She is going before you, and she looks at you, Brother Amos, and she says, close, but not quite enough. And she swings the hammer towards you, lifting it off the ground as she does so. Even with the clumsy, that is a 30 to hit.
Ooh. It's critical again, isn't it?
Okay.
If it's 10 above your
That
AC.
is-
Right, okay.
It is a critical hit. So that is 7 on the die, plus 4 is 11. Minus 2 because she's clumsy is 9. Doubled is 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
How you doing, Brother Amos?
He's still standing. Yeah.
comes in.
We're rooting for you.
She comes in for a second attack. That's 19 to hit. Is a miss. She senses that you're on your last legs. Goes for a blow to drop you. You duck out, parrying it aside with your guitar. She goes for her third strike to end it here and now. And she rolls a 3.
You're still in the game.
You know what
See
that's
the
like.
she sort of swings the third time, breathing quite heavily as she does so. The hammer sort of slips into the dirt as if she's struggling to hold it. It is your turn, Brother Amos.
You
Come
got
on,
this.
flurry of blows. Come on, flurry of blows. 21.
21 is just enough to hit.
Oh, I just rolled a 1.
No.
Hero point.
A 1 on
Hero
on attack.
Yeah. Hero point. There we go.
I'm trying to decide if that counts as outside interference or not. No, it's fine. I'll allow it.
We're all inside though.
Coaching from the edges.
That was a 2.
Well, it's
That's
a
better
little
than
better.
1. It's an improvement. It's a
Yeah.
100% improvement.
You hit once. Maybe that all that matters.
Yeah. And this is your first action.
10.
10 points of damage. Okay, as you go in with this strike, Brother Amos, the first one you thump into her chain shirt, which kind of just takes the brunt of the blow. You spin round and you crack her across the jaw with an elbow. And as you do so, Brother Amos, Greta drops to one knee. The hammer slips from her trembling hand, and she looks up. She looks up at you, sort of blood across her face, and lifts her weapon hand to the air and just calls out, "All right, well done. You're more impressive than I thought. I yield." And that is where we're going to end it.
10 fucking gold pieces that cost me.
I'm a lot richer.
You should have thought about this a bit more, Otto. Betting against your friend.
Yes. Woo!
I was hoping, with all the leg sweeping, that I'd get to finish her with a crane kick. But
so now I have.
I think rolling a 19 and she didn't go down. You weren't getting down that way.
Yeah. Maybe at the start of the next episode, just after she surrendered, I will crane kick her in the face. And then run.
Well, we shall have to see what happens.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. We should do that again.
Yes.
We could just make a living here.
Well, we've got one planned for 2 days' time. Dom's on mute, by the way, so we can say what we like about him.
He can...
I can still hear you.
But yeah, 2 days' time.
Put yourself on mute so Dom can't hear you.
There we go. Yeah, well done. That was close at the end there.
It was very close. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Must admit,
what out of curiosity, what was her hit points?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah. I mean, I can.
I'm just gonna leave you guessing, I'm afraid.
got to have been comparable to our level.
50.
50.
I mean, actually, if you listen back to the episode,
You can work out.
yeah.
Oh, I made a little note of how many damage I was doing each time, so I can vaguely suss it. But yeah, I didn't think that was going to go well.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feagle Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Nazar Ryback from hooksounds.com. Editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.
into a pouch in his jacket, and then with his other hand, so fast you almost didn't notice it, he produces a small slip of parchment with the details of your bet on it. Here you are, miss. Come and.
Yay!
Uh-oh.
I'm going to pause the recording. Here we go. We're rolling again.
Okay, and I am back from the void, folks. I like to think that Stu's going to put in some little.
I'll edit this seamlessly. Nobody will know.
They will.
Sure. I kind of want there to be like a little technical difficulty screen, or something. Just.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
That's number one.
There we go. That is number one indeed.
Don't think about the event.
Stay inside.
We ate his feet.
That's an after show chat, if nothing else. All right then, folks. So as the bookkeeper sort of